I had this video on my heart because I feel like somebody needs to see this. There's somebody who needs to see this. There's somebody who needs to hear this, because whether you have thought about or whether you are still contemplating quitting trading, there may be something that I could say to help you get to the other side, right? I can't do it for you, but maybe I can say something and provide wisdom or knowledge or guidance, or even just being that voice of someone who understands you, because it also may seem like during this journey, it's easy for people to not understand you when you're on this journey. And the journey is never ending, but from getting to a point of not making money to profitability, it is a journey. And so no matter where you're at, don't quit, right? At least before you watch this whole video, because the one thing I've noticed from my own personal journey, coaching traders and just knowing other traders, is that most people quit right before their breakthrough. And I don't want that to be you. So I had this video on my heart, I had this video on my mind, and I wanted to go ahead and drop this, so hopefully I can help somebody out there. If you're new to the channel, first off, welcome. And if you've been before, of course, welcome back. My name is James Strong. I make videos about trading the financial markets and investing in the stock market, right? It's as simple as that. We trade for cash flow and we invest for long-term wealth building and asset appreciation. Quitting trading is a normal thing, unfortunately, but quitting anything is very normal. Quitting working out, new year, new them, people who every year they start something, they don't finish. They start a new business, they don't finish. It's a normal thing in society. And I understand, man, but when it comes to trading, the number one reason that I found people quit is because they want profits. And yes, we want money, but let me give you the other side of that. They want profits over the process. And when it comes to trading or anything of this magnitude that requires a lot of work, you have to go through the process. Most people have this facade in their mind that like you can come in here and in 6 weeks and 8 weeks, you can just poof, be perfect. And there's a process. You can get a lot of results in 2 weeks, 4 weeks, 10 weeks, 20 weeks, right? You can even be making money these times, but that does not mean you can bypass the process. Even if you're one of those people who can get profitable very soon, you have all the emotions and the journey that comes with it. Emotions start to change when you go up in your lot size or your contract size, depending on what you're trading. Things change when you change assets. Things change different times of the year. I was literally just talking to one of my students this week during our coaching session, and he saw a trade that he didn't know why it lost, and within 5 seconds I was like, hey, you see this one did this compared to the other three, correct? He was like, dude, oh my god. This is not something to be played with, man. Yes, this can change your life for the better, but you have to take it serious. It's like anything. You wouldn't go start a business and try to get on the public, like it wouldn't be a publicly traded company, and you wouldn't raise hundreds of millions of dollars to just quit in 6 months. Take this thing serious, man. If you can go to school for 4 years, if you can go to college and do all these things for multiple years. Some people go to grad school. I went to grad school, so I left like with one semester left. You can take this serious and stop putting a time frame on it, man. Too many people getting this thing, and in their mind, they think they're going to be making money. This is you're already 0.1%, right? You're 1% or 0.1% of people in the world if you become a profit trader. And people think they're going to get into this and give it a timeline and say, hey, I'm going to make money in 6 months so I can start A, B, C, D. You're making something that's already hard even harder. Give it time. Some people may take 2 years. Some people may take 4 years. Some people may take 6 months. And they're anomalies. I don't mean to catch a trade and just make it's easy to buy. You can buy or sell every day. If you buy every day, eventually you'll make money, right? We're not trying to just catch a trade. We're talking about creating income. It's a different story. It's a different animal, man. Losing does not mean that you failing either. It's just feedback. Like a lot of people look at this stuff and they think, oh, they're not getting it. Oh, they're losing this, that, and third. It's just feedback. All it's saying is what you need to do better. Stop. Don't put your head down. You got to keep your head up, like Tupac say, man. Keep your head up, keep going, learn from it, jot it down. Okay, some things you're going to grasp quicker than others. All that means is those concepts you don't understand, double down on them. You got to spend 2, 3, even 4 times as much going to get it. And you have to keep that vision in your head of the life you want. Even where I'm at personally, like I make money trading, but I have big goals and big aspirations, and things happen in life. Things adjust, schedules adjust, and you have to adapt to the market. The market changes. Trump right now with this tariff stuff is crazy right now. You know what I mean? And I've had to adjust on one of my intraday systems. It is what it is, right? So like that's going to happen. And with these, there's just too many unrealistic expectations people come into this market. And overnight success, man, does not happen. And I want to say one thing too, that like, you know, I say a lot of things that they go against the average person, because I'm not trying to do what the average person on here is doing, right? I spit a lot of truth. Dude, 1, you can't rush the process. 2, you need structure. And then 3, man, sometimes you got to avoid the noise. I know a lot of people want to watch the people with the cars and the Lamborghinis and all this stuff. And there's nothing wrong with that. But you got to lock in too, right? You might need to cut those distractions off, because you can be making $100 a month, $200-$300 a month, and you think it ain't ish. And I don't know what you're risking, right? I don't know your portfolio size and that stuff. But dude, if you're making a good 2%, 3%, 4% a month, you're doing well, especially relative to when you may have started trading. But if you see somebody who's making $10,000, $15,000, at some point in your journey to understand that you may be wanting to quit because you think you're not where they at. Sometimes you got to turn them off and unfollow them. You know what I mean? Like, and it's not saying they flexing. Some people may be flexing for marketing purposes. Some people may not be. But sometimes you got to turn them off and say, you know what, man, I got to lock in. Like, I'm going to watch more of the humble people. A matter of fact, and that's it. That's it. The other people I got to unfollow you. Hey, I still rock with you. Thank you for inspiring me to get to this point in my journey, but I got to unfollow you. It's simple as that. You know what I mean? So you got to push through these points. You want to see where you're at, man. If you ever get too overwhelmed too, man, pause and assess, bro. The market is not going in here. Everybody who watching this video, I can guarantee you, the market has been here before you, and the market will be here after you. And you think that's not true? Bull crap, because the stock market has been around since before the 1700s. And that's a fact. All right. Now, obviously, electronic trading wasn't, but trading itself and the financial markets has been around for hundreds of years. It's not going anywhere, man. If you need to take a couple weeks off, a month off, hey, reassess, get your data right, regroup, see what you want to do, see where you want to go. All right. Understand, like, okay, yo, if your life is changing, what can you do to adjust your system? You know what I mean? Change that. Get it up to speed to fit your new lifestyle, or maybe you need more capital. I know somebody recently asked me a question: how much would I trade with $100 account? Brother, I wouldn't trade with $100. I would park that money, go get my money, or go get a job. Paper trade. You know what I mean? And this is another thing I want to say too, and this is a gem that right here, this is real information that people don't want to say. Too many people get into trading to make money. Now that's a contradiction, but I'm gonna explain that. People get into trading who have no damn money at all. This is not something you get into if you don't have no money. You know what I'm saying? Because you have to risk money. So you have an emotional tie. If you can't afford to lose $1,000, you should not be trading. I'm just being honest with you. I got so much stuff outside of what I talk about on the internet. And like, for example, I have an algorithm. Man, I lost almost $6,000 because I had something programmed wrong of my own money in 24 hours. 24 hours. Now, was I like, oh my God? Yeah, I was like, bro, come on. What the hell? But I didn't have money in that account I couldn't afford to lose. It's as simple as that. You know what I mean? And since then, I've made adjustments and we back to making money. But that was on me. You know what I'm saying? I had an error. I paused for a minute. I ain't gonna lie to you. You know what I'm saying? I paused for a minute. I assessed, took a step back, man. And you got to get right sometime, man. Sometimes you got to get your mind right. You got to refresh. Like, I remember when I first got into trading too, I thought like, people always, you know, they say these things like, oh, make $100 a day, $5 a day. And when in actuality, that's not the case because there's not a quality A+ setup that happens every single freaking day. It's just not happening. So you're not going to make money every single day. And you kind of get into this thing of like, you got to be trading all the time. But during that, right, during my beginner stage, I didn't understand why people took time off. I was like, yo, that's money. That's money. Now where I'm at, I'm going to be honest with you. I can understand it. So like, when my trip I took my family on in Panama, like at the beginning of the year, like February, March, paid for it trading. Yo, I'm leaving out the country again in less than 2 months because like I need another mental reset. So it's like my second country literally in less than 7 months this year. And I might hit a third one at the end of the year. We'll see. If not, I'll do the very beginning next year. But it's like you gotta reset sometimes, man. And no, I ain't documenting none of this. You might see some pictures if you follow me on Instagram, you might see some of my story, but I don't make the videos like, oh, Forex trader or future trader. That's not who I am, man. Again, I'm a man who happens to trade. I'm a businessman by heart, and I'm here to help my people who want value, who here want to change their life as well. I'm still looking to continue to improve my life and my family's life. By no means I'm not done, but I thank God where I'm at. You know what I mean? Like I remember when I once prayed to be where I was at, and I want you to remember that too. I want you to remember when you once prayed to be where you are right now, because it's oftentimes too. This is one of the biggest gems that I'm saving right now too towards the end of this video. Perspective is everything. Oftentimes the reason you think about quitting something because you forget how far you've actually came. You forget how far God done brought you on your journey. You feel me? If you 2 years in, look at what you know now compared to what you didn't know then. Like, don't look at what you don't have. You're looking from a mentality, a lack mentality, what you don't have. But you need to look from an abundance mentality of what you do have. These are the ways that you can not quit, man. Wins and losses are not going to define you, but your habits do. The things you're doing on a Friday night, on a Saturday morning, Saturday night, on a Sunday, throughout the weekday, your habits will follow over. They're going to carry over. If you're not disciplined in multiple areas of life, don't blame your trading, and don't blame trading itself. Get disciplined. I challenge you to look in the mirror and be truthful and ask yourself, how many things have you quit before trading? How many things have you quit before this? Do you want this to be number 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 or more? No, I'm sure you don't, man. Simplify everything in your life. If you don't understand, find one person to learn from. Find one main way to start trading. Learn from somebody you can resonate with. Learn from somebody you can trust. Like, go through the process and stop counting how long it's going to take. Stop trying to add in your own narratives. Stop trying to put in your own interpretation or misinterpretation. If you're learning from somebody else, just buy into whatever the process is. Commit and just say, you know what, I'm here until, and leave it open-ended, man. Just leave it open-ended, man. And just focus on executing your system. Focus on executing, just showing up every day. Win or lose, did you follow your system? You want to focus on that instead of being right. Track your improvement, track your behavior, track everything, man. It's your P&L is not going to lie. If that thing is going down, something's off. Either your system's off, your mind's off, or literally your habits off. It's as simple as that. It wouldn't be going down for any other reason, right? Something's off. And that's okay. Never risk more than you can afford to lose, because trading is risky. But it's a business that can be a big blessing, but you have to treat it as a business. This is not a side hustle. This is not something that you can just do for an hour or two a week and not study and think you're going to be successful. It's not going to happen. The same way professional athletes train, you have to train. If you want to, what I say earlier in the video, you top 1% minimum, really 0.1%. So is LeBron James and all these high athletes. If you want to be like them, train like them. When they're in the gym and doing all these things, you need to be in your trading gym. You need to be on TradingView marking up these charts. Simple as that, man. Go get it. And so if you're done struggling, if you say, you know what, I'm not going to quit, I don't want to struggle anymore. I'm ready to take the next step. Then make sure you join my next Futures to Freedom Challenge if you need a strong foundation, or if you're at this stage. Everybody's not at this stage for one-on-one. There's plenty of other people you can go learn from too. By all means, go learn from somebody you resonate with. But if you want one-on-one help, and you want one-on-one help to learn how to trade and get a great system that fits your personality and your effort, and you're willing to put in the work, then make sure you apply to work with me below. But please do not apply if you're not serious. And truthfully, if you're very early on, I encourage you to just keep watching as much free stuff as you can, unless you're super serious in your earlier journey. Just want to say that as well. So I have some people who are serious, but most people I work with have been trading for 1 to 2 years, and they're trying to struggling, and then we work together, and then we get over that hump. So man, I hope y'all got value from this video. Hey, look, like I said earlier, most people quit right before the breakthrough. Don't be one of those people who quit when literally the life you want is just literally steps away. Until next time, much love.